What's up guys, Chrisspy here. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be on this makeup look. It's kind of like, well, I did this makeup look recently on my Instagram or something similar, and I saw you guys asking for a YouTube video. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to bring it to YouTube because I have partnered up with e.l.f. Cosmetics. So we are going to be using all e.l.f. products today to create this look. And the best part, you guys, is that it is all super affordable. Let's get into it, but before we do, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel if you're not already and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss when I upload a new video. All right, let's get started. We're gonna start with the poreless putty primer. Poreless putty primer. This is in universal sheer, and so I like taking my finger and just rubbing it inside and then putting it on the areas that especially I have more texture. I definitely have a lot of texture right here on my cheeks and then here on my forehead, and then just like a thin layer everywhere else. I noticed that this really helps. Oops, my nail just went into it. I noticed that this really helps with smoothing out my skin. Oh, my nails are press-ons. Have you guys made it back to the nail salon yet? Well, I guess everyone is in kind of different phases with the quarantine, but LA is kind of like shutting down again, so I have not been back to the nail salon. I'm still doing my own nails. Also, this is new hair. What do you guys think of it? I was gonna like flip out the ends, but then I just went like this, so I don't know. Next, let's apply some foundation. I have here the Total Face Sponge, and I made it damp, so it's ready to use. And then for our foundation, I'm going to be using Flawless Satin Foundation in the shade Buff. So this is actually my first time using this foundation, but I've heard lots of good things about it, so I'm pretty excited because to find a good drugstore foundation would be like a dream come true. I'm just dotting it on the face. Honestly, normally I just squeeze it onto the sponge, but technically you're not supposed to because the sponge will absorb a lot of the product, but sometimes I'm like, ain't nobody got time. So this is a medium coverage foundation, so it goes with what I'm, the look that I'm going for today. One of the reasons why I really love e.l.f., and I think why everyone loves e.l.f., is because it's so affordable and it's quality products, and they're completely cruelty-free and vegan, so that's really awesome too. But I'm kind of like naturally, look at my wig just sliding back, just put that back there. Rambling. Okay, so next I'm going to warm up the face, and I'm going to use this contour palette. This is in light medium. And then I'm also going to be using this primer infused blush. This is in the shade Always Spicy. I'm a huge fan of of these primer infused blushes because not only do you get the color that you want from them, but they also help smooth the skin, which is like right on, you know, my problem areas that I need. So I really love that. So I'm just like mixing these two darker shades on the contour palette. At first glance, I thought that maybe this palette wouldn't be warm enough for me, but I feel like it really warmed up the face perfectly. So I haven't even dipped into the spicy blush yet, but I think I want to take it lightly, and let's just put it on the nose right here. All right, we're gonna come back to that. It's a little bit dark. Okay, I went ahead and did my brows off camera because I've been doing this new technique to make kind of like these bushy brows. If you guys want a tutorial on it, let me know. It definitely needs its own tutorial because it takes me like a lot longer. So anyways, yeah, if you guys want to see a tutorial, let me know down in the comments and I will do a tutorial for you guys. I am going to carve out the bottom of my brows using the Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in the color Medium Sand. I'm just going to put a little bit of this. And then I'm going to spread this all over the lid, just to even out the lid, and then this will also be my eyeshadow base. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of my concealer and kind of map out my highlight for the nose. And I like to dab it out with my finger just because I feel like I have more control. And then let's take a line and go right down the center of the nose. And I really like this concealer. It gives you a lot of coverage and it's very smoothing and easy to work with, I would say too. Okay, so for the eyeshadow, we are going to be using this Retro Paradise palette. So I'm going to start with the shade Fuego. Aki. I don't want like a super strong crease. More like a wash of color, but I always just end up doing more of a defined crease. Next, I'm going to take the shade called Caliente, and I'm just gonna put it below where we put Fuego. It's very pigmented. See what I mean when I was like, oh, I just want to do a wash of color, and then this just happens naturally. I mean, this is such amazing color payoff. I've always known that with makeup, you can't really equate the price of something with the quality, because for example, like e.l.f. Cosmetics makes really great quality products and the price is affordable, which is awesome. And ever since I started in makeup, I always bought a lot of drugstore products because I couldn't afford like the high-end stuff. And then once I did get a hold of the high-end stuff, I would still find myself reaching for drugstore products because a lot of the times they're just as good. And actually some of my all-time like favorite products are drugstore products. So okay, I'm going to go back in with the shade Fuego, and let's put this on the lid. Okay, so now let's apply our under eye concealer. I'm going to be using I think I'm gonna use both concealers actually. I'm gonna start with the 16-hour camo concealer in the matte finish, and this is in the color Medium Sand. I'm gonna apply this strategically here in the inner corner. Up this way, and then I'm going back in with the hydrating camo concealer, just putting this here in the middle, and I'm going to be using the camo concealer sponge, and let's just go ahead and blend this out. I'm gonna bring it down the sides of the nose, but just a little bit. Honestly, so what I just did right here, I kind of cut it out. I'm gonna diffuse it more, but when I see people applying like tape right there, I just feel like it's such a waste of time because you could just put your concealer there and get the same look if you want that really sharp eyeshadow look. Since I am going more natural today, I will blend it out, but I mean, you can see you get the same effect from just applying your concealer there. Now I'm going to use the Halo Glow setting powder just very lightly on the under eyes to set my concealer. Okay, so now we're gonna finish up the eyes, touch up the skin a bit and the lips, and we'll be all done. So I'm going to take the shade Sea Salt and we're gonna highlight the inner corner of the eye. Ooh, I really like this. You just might have to, you know. I'm gonna take the shade Caliente, the same one that we used in the crease, and let's just dust that down there lightly. I am very, very impressed with this eyeshadow palette, you guys. Okay, so now let's do the wing with some eyeshadow because we want to keep everything soft. And I think I'm going to take the shade Cacao right here. And I'm gonna start by just going along the lash line. And I think I do want to add a little bit more dimension to the eye. So I'm going to take the shade Spiced and mix it with a little bit of cacao. And let's just add that to the outer crease area. Okay, so I'm going to apply some mascara, some lashes. Gremlin, I'm gonna apply some, tranquila, por favor. I'm going to apply some lashes real quick and we'll be right back. Let's get on. Okay, so now I have my lashes on. I actually did end up adding a little bit of brown liner to the waterline, and then I also went back in with the Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette and added a little bit of that brown shadow to the inner corner of the eye to just kind of elongate it even more. Next, we're gonna take the Glow Beam palette and we're gonna highlight. First, I'm going to take this middle shade right here, and I'm just gonna use my ring finger. And I'm gonna put it at the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm gonna mix these two. Just add a little bit to the forehead. Okay, so next I'm going to add a little bit of this pink blush. This is the Primer Infused Blush in the shade Punchy. I just love pink blush. I feel like it goes with every makeup look and just brings, I don't know, the makeup together. I love this shade. I feel like it can go with like any eyeshadow color. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna do the lips, and we're gonna do a nude lip because it's just my jam. We are going to be using the Nude Lip Liner 1 from the Retro Paradise collection. I really like this pencil, you guys. It's not like super waxy, like some lip liners are like, kind of takes you a minute to get some color payoff with this one. I mean, some color payoff, but this one is just doing the damn thing. I am happy with how this looks. I really like this color, but I think I want to take also, this is the nude liner number 2, and I want to take just a tiny amount and outline it just a little bit, just for like a little touch of definition. Now I'm going to be taking the gloss from the Retro Paradise collection and just adding it to the center. It smells like fruit punch or something. Alright you guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. All of the products will be linked below in the description box. If you have any questions or just want to leave me a comment, feel free to drop a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys again for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.